Hello everybody. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video so I can give you more details about the dream interpretation webinar that's going to be happening this Saturday. And the date for it is going to be February the 29th, 2020. Let me just share something with you first before I give you all the details. Many of you know that I've been doing mentoring program. And in the process of doing the mentoring program, I can say that I am pleased with the way the Lord has been working with the mentoring program. But in the midst of it, there were some challenges that came up. And let me just address some of the challenges. When you're mentoring people and you have people that are from Asia to Africa, from Europe to the United States, trying to balance the time, and then having people who are seasoned saints who've been in the Lord for 40 years and someone who just came to the Lord, trying to find the right balance to minister a group of that magnitude is a challenge. But nevertheless, the Lord spoke to me and put me in the directional path that I needed to be in. But in the process of doing that, I recognized that a lot of people were more focused or desiring to learn more about dream interpretation, more so than the other aspects of the program. And some people were more concerned about learning how to pray to be free from witchcraft attacks. And some wanted to learn how to develop as a Christian. So there were different things there. So what I've decided to do is to sort of split some of these things out. Primarily, the one thing that I'm discussing now is the dream interpretation side of it, where people wanted to know more about dream interpretation. And so because of that, I decided to put together this one-day webinar that's coming up. Now, there is a registration fee, and let me just be upfront with you about that, because there was a registration fee for the mentoring program, and I did want to make certain that whenever I did the dream interpretation only, that I wanted to make it reasonable all across the board. And when I say reasonable all across the board, I mean what was reasonable to a person here in the United States would be unreasonable to some individual in other countries. And I quickly discovered that. I knew it, but when you see it firsthand, it's a different story. So what I've done is I went back and forth in prayer with the Lord about it, and I settled on the price of the webinar being at $47. Now, someone had told me that when you say a price such as that low, that some people would think that it's not worth it. Well, I can't tell people how to value the wisdom that God has given me. All I can do is tell you what God has given me the clearance to charge, and He gave me a buffer not to go above. And my objective is to make that a fair price to what I think anyone in the world that has modern technology and some source of income should be able to do. And so for that reason, I set the price at $47 for the registration fee for the webinar. And another thing that I will be doing another mentoring program, but I kind of wanted to do the dream interpretation aspect first. So that way, people who are really just interested in dream interpretation and they're not really looking for a broader, dimension of what the mentoring does for a person, then they can just settle on just the dream interpretation and they don't have to come along for the ride. Because just to be honest, the people in the thingamajigger, there were testimonies and there was some serious warfare. But by the grace of God, we all survived, and many have come out much stronger. I will say that. And I would love to share some of the testimonies, and I will share some of the testimonies of some of the things that have happened with just the mentoring program. But what I also understood that you get what you put in it. When you pray consistently, you see consistent results. When you pray sporadically, you get sporadic results. When you pray every now and then, you might get a every now and then answer. So it's a matter of what you put into it, what you get out of it, the effort. So I recognize that a lot of people need development. They need developing at the developmental stage of Christianity. So for that reason, I put together the morning prayer line. Some people just need to know how to get into the routine of praying every day. And so what I do is I set aside my mornings, Monday through Fridays, to pray with people, to pray for people, to teach you how to pray, to go through the process to helping you develop a prayer life. And so for that reason, I've kind of split out everything to where I want to show those who are in the beginning stages how to pray, how to begin to read the word on a daily basis, and then those who are interested in dream interpretation, how to do those things as well, so you can be a part of it. But if you're interested in doing the dream interpretation, then it's going to be this coming Saturday, February the 29th, the year 2020. So now, if that day at 2 o'clock, at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, if that time doesn't work for you, don't panic, because there will be some additional times that I will do it in the coming days, probably within the next 10 days or so, where I have additional times for different regions of the world in particular to where it works a little better. So Saturday may not work for you, but I have some other days for you. Also, there is limited space, so you want to sign up quickly on this. And I'm going to be walking through the process of how I walk through the process of looking at a dream and touching on some of those methods that the Lord has revealed to me over the years, and sort of giving you the framework that you will need to really walk through the process of getting a better understanding of how to pick your dreams apart. There are a lot of things that people want me to do, and I quickly realized that this can be overwhelming. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, that is no joke. But I want to be able to share as much as I can with everybody as fast as I can, because as fast as I get it out, the faster people want more. So this is going to help me help you, and to sort of set up something to where the platform will take care of itself. I would love to be able to do everything for free, but the only problem is delivering it to you is not free. It costs me time, and it costs me money and resources to give it to you. If it didn't cost me anything, I could sit out on my balcony and talk to you, and you can sit there and listen to me. But that's not how the world works. We have to deliver things to you, and the delivery system is what takes the time and the effort and the resources to do it. And so for that reason, I had to pray that God would give me a reasonable cost. But nevertheless, in this world, everybody knows that we pay for what we want. We pay for what we treasure. The Bible says where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So I'm making this available to you this Saturday for certain, and then there's going to be some future dates. And I would advise you to move quickly if you want to be a part of the first one. It's going to be live, and then we'll have some additional dates coming out in the rest of the week as well. So the link to sign up is in the YouTube description. You will see the sign-in registration. When you sign in on the registration, the only option is by credit card at this moment. You would have to do the registration through PayPal. So you can pay online with a credit card if you have a credit or a debit card. That's the only option available at this time for this. I would advise you, there is a unique registration that you will receive to you, meaning that it's for you only, because this is limited space. You can share it with somebody. They may come in and get in your seat, and you may not be able to get in. So that's the way the system is set up that I'm utilizing at the moment. But I want you to be a part of it, and I want you to see what God has prepared for his people and what he's been showing me over the years. And I want to share this with you. So once you fill out the registration, you will get an email confirmation. Hold on to that, because that's what you're going to need to be able to sign into the conference. And if you have any additional questions in the registration, there will be an email that you can reach out to me concerning this directly. So again, this is something that I look forward to doing, and I hope you will be a part of it. And I pray and I know that you will be blessed by it if you do. So God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you being a part of this great move of God.